For the queen, sisters manifesting their dreams. Get your cream by any means and beam with self-esteem. Beauty supreme and booty walk so mean. The way you fit in them jeans, you eat your cornbread and greens. Dance or a doctor, red wine or vodka. Redesign your spot and redefine your mantra. Retwist your locks and realign your chakras. Doing your squats and getting closer to God, huh? Brunching with your squad or taking a girl's trip. Adjust your crown, you God's gift to the world, sis. Celestial body, drink your water. Meditate, sun-kissed goddess, heavenly order. Levitate, tribe of Ashanti, black girl magic, melanin popping, whether you ratchet or lavish, whether you bougie or savage, you a gift and a treasure. You got to love a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, dog. When God made you, boo, you know he showed out. Mahogany enchantress, blessings overflow now. Picture of success, seductive silhouettes on a spiritual quest. Manifest and be blessed. Mother, sister, auntie, tribe of Ashanti. Rocking your locks, I got a close crop blondie. The curse and the gift, uplift, apply pressure. Nothing like a black girl getting a shift together. Nothing like a black girl getting a shift together. Nothing like a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. My name is Ursula. I'm a mental health and wellness advocate, as well as a very hungry sister, always wanting to learn. I hope you all are in a hungry mood to get a lot of lessons and learning tonight. But this is a podcast about mental health and wellness. And each week, I promise to deliver relevant topics that affect our community. Hello, everyone. Welcome to season 3. We are more than halfway through. I think I have about a month more of shows, and then I'm on hiatus. So we're all ready. Craft rock. Hey, bestie. Hey, bestie. So everyone's starting to drop in. Please, we're going to do some housekeeping first. Wherever you are listening from, I'd like you to say hello. Make sure and drop your emojis of the light bulbs because we're going to have a lot of enlightened moments today. Let me know what city, state, country you're viewing from, as well as go to blackgirlsgettingtheirshifttogether.com. And also, when you're listening on the audio podcast, please give your girl a 5-star review because I know you like it. The analytics show it. So today I am going, before we get started, I'm going to give a shout out because you know I'm global now. I'm going to give the country I have new listeners in Ghana. Whoever you are, I love you and thank you for supporting. You all show up. But and there's someone in Singapore. That's interesting. Hello. Send me an email. Let me know who you are. All right, we're going to get right into it. I have an awesome guest, and you all get your notebooks like I do. Get your pen and paper. We're going to have some lessons today. But I'm going to bring Kode Knox out right now, out of the waiting room.
Kode Knox is in your town. Get it down. Hi. Peace.
Hello, Kode. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm learning, being the best version of myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's never ending, right?
Nah, it's never ending. Shadow work and balancing is forever. You know, it's tough. By the way, my name is Kevin Garcia, and I am Kode Knox. Peace, positive energy activates constant elevation. Yes, I am the intuitive counselor, edutainer, author of Complexion Confessions. Peace and love. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for saying yes. I'm just going to give you all a little tidbit. Kode Knox is my shadow work coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
I love how open you are about that. A lot of people are ashamed when we don't even understand who the fuck is looking. Oh, can we swear? I can swear, right?
Of course.
Who is looking, right? Who is looking at us, right? What are we hiding from? What are we ashamed of? Is it really us looking at ourselves, or are we worried about what people are thinking when actually people don't care as much as you think?
And there it is. Mic drop. That's the end of that. Well,
yeah,
you know,
but I get it though, right? Because we're born, like we get these insecurities around, early now. You should be around 7, 8 years old. Now it's a little earlier because we're grabbing these electronics so early in our age, and we're not even developing, but we're already knowing how to work some type of device instead of actually tap into ourselves. So I understand the insecurities. I understand how we don't want to be viewed a certain way, but how are you viewing you?
Ooh. That's where that shadow work comes in, but we're going to get into that. But before we go deeper into it, can you tell our listeners something about you? How did you get to where you are, about your counseling? Can you tell everybody about your background?
Yeah, sure. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. Then it's in my book though, but I kept going back and forth to California and Boston. But Boston raised me. Then about 20, I went to live in California. Then moved back to Boston. 6, 7 years later. But throughout that time, I've always worked with children. So I've been working with children in schools, public schools, for about 20 years, and social work. So I've worked in juvenile detention centers, and
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked at detention centers for a while, where I used to, throw the kids and beat them up a little bit.
Hey,
I was still young at the time, so I was still. You know what we used to do? We used to grab their hands and their ankles, and then we'll swing them, and then swing them with the wall like bam.
Are you kidding me?
No, there was some things that was going on. Like I was still young though. I was still young. It was nothing I would do now, but we had fun though. Some of the kids that I see to this day, they still thank me for the words of encouragement. So
I love that. What made you want to become a counselor?
Well, the counseling started because I've been doing social work. I've been a social worker, doing family therapy, in-home therapy for 10 years as well as teaching and being an administrator at schools. So I was a leader in schools as well. So the counseling was always in me, but what happened was I decided to combine my experience, combine my research, combine my experiences, and create a program, create a curriculum, a foundation to help people get to their higher self, because I didn't realize, even as much as I was helping people, right? I wanted this, save the babies, save the babies, save the babies. Oh my God, save the babies. And I ain't saved myself.
Oh, that sounds like unhealed trauma.
Yes, exactly. What was right? It was that little part of my younger self, like, you need to help people too, because, you still hurt. You're still hurt. So you know what? Let me keep helping, right? I've changed many lives, but how about me?
Wow.
I couldn't forget myself. So to understand that, but I had to go through things like, it was so interesting. Before I moved to Atlanta, I'm in Atlanta right now. I've been here almost 2 years. But before I came here, I wasn't sure. I didn't want to tap into that other side. I was kind of in denial. But then I understood that I had to tap into understanding my younger self in order to get to my higher self, because that's what's going on with our trauma. We're trapped where we have that childhood trauma trapped inside these grown ass bodies.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's funny because the clearer I'm getting and looking in the mirror, I never realized, this is a transparent moment. I never realized that I'm walking around as a whole grown ass woman, but still having emotional intelligence of a child.
Right. And
And
that's what we need to go through, because usually that period is usually from 6, 7, and 8 years old that we experience something life-changing. So are you ready to talk about the trauma?
we sure are. But before I do that, you're getting a lot of love already. Hello, Patrice. She says, greetings and salutations, fam.
Peace.
And he's speaking facts.
Love, peace.
And
I should have logged into mine because I can't even see the comments except, people are doing that, but that's cool.
Well, I will post everything that comes on.
All right, cool.
And then here's another one. Hey, Erica. And I'm going to mention Erica at the end of this intershare. She said, woo, little kids and grown-up bodies. Yes, sis.
Right.
Oh, it's something else. But
because this is what I did to combat. This is what happens, right? I end up, and this is in my book as well, over sexing myself. I end up indulging in alcohol. I became an alcoholic early too. It wasn't like I was watching mommy, right? So I became an alcoholic. So then also my neighborhood, I moved to the Bay. Everyone is doing drugs. Why shouldn't I do drugs? It's party time. It's
right.
So what was I escaping? That pain, that love, that void of that mommy didn't love me the way I wanted her to love me. Because I used to say, yo, my moms don't love me. It's not that now I can't say that. You know what I mean? Because now
Why not?
Because not only does she love herself, right? And, I've heard her say many times, I did the best I could. I'm like, God damn, what was your worst like? Right? But this is the hurt me. Parents, we're here to teach our parents to be parents. Right? We're also...
Wait, why would you say that?
She didn't learn the way she needed to because she could have found love in that, right? Because she didn't change anything about herself. She used the old traditional ways that are unhealthy. Like, yo, let's forget about that shit. That shit don't mean nothing. Forget your feelings. Fuck your feelings.
Right.
I'm here with the nurturing, like coming with the heart, the feminine energy. Please love me, mommy. Right?
Oh, I get it.
So because of this, right? And I'm saying, like, I need love. I want love from you. I want acceptance from you. And because of that, I became a alcoholic. Now say severe, but no one could know that it was severe because I kept it pretty quiet. Even though I'll be drinking with everyone, I would be pre-gaming before even the party even started. But I was I'm waking up drinking. It became like, I'm like, damn, how can I function without drinking? It became that type of shit, like Hennessy and then philosophizing, because I would just get drunk and then make a call like, yo, let me talk that shit. So where was that coming from, right? There's like, I'm drunk here, but where is these theories and ideas coming from? It's based off of, I have that. It was always there.
Yes.
We all know that our true self is there, but we tend to ignore it. That's why I got more into alcohol, because I'm like, yo, there's something special about me. Everyone else could see this shit. How come I can't? You ever seen when somebody looks at you, they be like,
yes.
That's when you on though. But when you in some egotistical, fear, I don't give a fuck you. I don't want to. Because most of the time we on fight or flight, right?
Exactly.
Why? Especially with each other. Melanated people. Because the hatred, we think that when it comes to hatred, it's self-hatred. We say self-hatred. Yes. It's not because we look alike. It's because you do not love yourself. You
Wow.
don't accept yourself. How the fuck am I going to accept you?
Exactly. You are already so Erica, can you see the comments?
Nah, I can't see any. I just see the yes, I definitely with that void.
Oh, so you can read that. Okay. When I
I saw
post
that
it.
one. I saw it. Please.
Okay. And then Patrice said, we have to learn to forgive our parents because they come from a place of hurt from their childhood too.
Absolutely. Because remember, this
Yeah.
was a time where they ignored a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So they were very passive about it. Work and shut the fuck up. That's what this is about. Like, this is what we've been taught. They've been programmed. Or coming from other countries, you just have to work and just do. This is what their mentality is, and they got to provide. But they don't understand that neglecting the providing for emotional support has destroyed us
Oh
for
my
generations. God. So I'm breaking generational curses now to even exclude myself from my family because they still going by traditional ways. And plus, in this enlightenment shit, in this spiritual shit, don't expect people to embrace it like you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're leaving the matrix, you gotta say goodbye. Say goodbye to the family. Say goodbye to people. Like you lose, it becomes lonely.
Do you know? I just told someone that 5:00 this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And you just repeated the same exact thing. And you know my backstory. So, all right. Let's get into the unhealed trauma. First of all, I was going to ask, can you describe what trauma can look like? But you just gave your story. That's an example of what trauma can look like, or childhood trauma, or trauma. But if you can give your counselor, your social work definition of it, without getting me flagged on YouTube, Cody.
Oh no. Oh yeah, this is on YouTube, even though we on stream. Yeah, you're right. Well, trauma is disturbing our peace. It's whatever peace that is, right? I could be playing right here, playing with my little tuning fork, and I'm 5 years old, and some kid smacked the shit out of me.
Right.
Or a kid says, "What the fuck you doing? You're a weirdo. You're ringing tuning forks around. What is wrong with you?" Right then and there, you stop with the tuning fork. You don't fuck with the tuning fork no more ever in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They disturb your peace. Something that was actually creating peace within you. Now, like, so what ends up happening is it doesn't have to be catastrophic.
Right.
A lot of people get this confused. It doesn't have to be, because, we have, our brothers that say, yo, my teacher told me that I wasn't going to be shit, or, you go do this, do that. That has affected people, right? That has affected, or something that my mother used to say. My mother used to label me a lot. Again, like, she'll say, be responsible. I'm like, shit, how the fuck do you be responsible? Or she'll say, you're lazy. You're a follower. You're all these names. I'm like, shit. When you start hearing that, what is that doing to the subconscious? Even though consciously I'm cool, I might have took that and just be like, brush it off. But where did that energy go? Because now it has a conscious of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And guess where it locks in? It locks in right here. All this starts to feel funny. Even though it might not even feel funny. 20 years later down the line, you didn't even realize that shit bothered you.
Exactly. And you become triggered.
A lot of triggers.
A lot. And I used to wonder, I'm just now getting it. If I'm now as an adult and I'm at work, I'm like, why the hell did that bother me? But before, I wouldn't even think why. I would just react and not respond to it. But you're right. It surfaces up 20, 30 years later. Oh, hold on. There's a lot of comments coming in. I'm going to try to keep up. I apologize, you all. And listen, he has only touched the surface. But Patrice said Black boys, men were taught not to cry or show emotions. Those emotions turned into anger for most Black boys and men. And
Yes.
Erica said the energy doesn't leave, it's just dormant.
Absolutely. And that's my point.
Yes.
That is my point, right? And if we don't get that shit out of us, what are we going to do? We just going to hold on to it. And then guess what? It shows up. It shows up somewhere.
Speaking of that, let's segue right into how it shows up. You all, I'm going to show you all a graphic, infographic. I got this from Cody's Instagram page. So he broke it down. I also want to let you all know I put all his contact information in the show notes, and I'm going to drop it again during the live so you can go to his Instagram as well. Let me pull it up for another comment. I'll read it before I go to that. Hey, blind guy and his wife. She said, disturbed peace arrested a lot. Ooh, disturbed peace arrested a lot of development in our young men. The calming of a tuning fork is eliminated and replaced with the names that we're called. Salute. Woo! She dropped it on.
For sure. That's
Damn,
right.
y'all that's coming. Right. See, this is Kevin. You bring it out. Okay, here we go. If you all can see this, let me do one more thing first. Excuse me. Let me get this off of here so we can see it better. There we go. All right. Unhealed trauma can look like. So, Cody, I'm just going to pick something out, and if you can divulge in it. So, here we go. What about tolerating abusive behaviors from others?
See, this is something that we kind of ignore this when it comes to family and friends.
Not kind of. We definitely do.
Well, I'm going to say kind of because I think some people could call it out, right? But they still deal with it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that's just my family.
Right. Exactly.
Just being real. Go ahead.
It's like we thrive off of it. It becomes normal, right? What about reciprocity? Like, shouldn't these exchanges be reciprocal? Because this is a reflection of you, right? These are a reflection. Everyone around you is a reflection of you. Unfortunately, this is how it works.
Okay, wait. So if I have an abusive family member, but I'm not navigating, at least in my mind, as an abuser, how is that a reflection of me?
As well, it can be how you treat yourself. It doesn't have to be specifically, right? But how you treat yourself. You around the energy of abuse, because that's what you do to yourself. It's natural though, right? Because we think that this is, because what are we going to get out of that though, right? We got to ask ourselves, how is this serving us as an individual? If it's not serving us, because a lot of times we around people that don't celebrate us, we around people who tolerate us.
Oh, that's facts.
And so why are you tolerating someone just because you think that they're your family? You think they're your family. If you understand the science of this, you can maybe decipher that they probably are not your family. They're here to teach you a lesson.
Oh, you are just hitting on some stuff tonight.
But it been real. You know what I'm saying? Hey, cuz I love you. We had the best memories. And I hope you do well in life. But I have to move on because guess what? I text you, you don't answer. I call you, you don't answer. But yet our relationship is on social media. You watched 50, 60, 70 of my posts for 5 years and didn't say one word. We ain't really even talk like that. The only time we see each other is once a year during Thanksgiving.
Really?
Is that what you want to tolerate. And then when you're around these people, they criticize you. So now you're getting criticized for being an individual, for thinking for yourself.
I love that. The thinking for yourself. Oh,
free thinkers have this issue, right? And people want to fight you. Even when I became vegan and all that, this clowning, even the sage, this is years ago before the shit became a trend. I already been on this shit, but people were looking at this shit like, but I'm going higher. If we can't be on the same frequency, why the fuck am I fucking with you? Why? What is the point? Because you're bringing my frequency down.
Oh.
Especially those who are fearful of getting sick, fearful of everything. Because I swear, my family members are the most scariest people on earth. Everything is, we're gonna die. And I became that way. Like, something hurt, like, oh shit, I gotta go, like, something's wrong, I'm gonna die. Like, I carried all that energy. You begin to carry these energies that these people are, their tradition of doing things, we begin to carry those traits as well.
Exactly. You know, it's funny you said that, because a parent of mine, it makes me wonder of the childhood trauma that she may have experienced. And every time we get off the phone, okay, be safe. Be safe.
Right.
And it's the intensity of it.
Right.
So now I get in my car and I'm like, okay, let me be safe. And I'm on the freeway. And I'm already in that fear state of mind. Okay, you all, I'm gonna drop all these comments. They are coming in. And before I do that, thank you all for all your comments. But if something is rattling your soul like it is for me, please drop your light bulb emojis. You know how we do on this channel. Drop your light bulbs. So they are coming in like crazy. So dope discussions with Erica. She said, we normalize it by saying that's your brother, your mother. Father,
oh yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's real. And are they, right? Are they? Because I'm gonna be honest, there's no one. I got 200 family members. I'm gonna have to go with I'm the only alpha male.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Because they don't lead themselves.
Even amongst the men?
No, the men don't lead themselves. They're not leaders.
Mm.
You know, they're being controlled. You know, they're being controlled by their emotions, their mothers, their wives, by everything else. They're not tapped into themselves. They don't even understand masculine and feminine energy, which is another issue. My mom, right? Why am I going to keep having a relationship with mom if mom is coming with this masculine, I'll fuck you up energy?
Right.
Like, still to this day, I'm 40 plus. She's still on some, I'll fuck. Like, it's like, wait.
The respect.
Is it me? See, so what do you do in this situation? Because, see, everyone be like, you only have one mom. This is the excuses we use. No matter how unhealthy the relationship is, you'll have someone come up to you and say, you only have one mother. And then what? Right?
Can I tell you what my then what has been as of late? Due to my therapy and now doing my shadow work with you as my shadow work coach. Because I just had this conversation at 5:00 this afternoon. You know the backstory with what you've been coaching me with, and I shared this with this person, and he said the same. Well, that's your family member. And I said, they have a free will for what they've been saying and doing.
Right.
And I'm learning to not feel guilty and carry that toxic shame and guilt for something that they're doing. I'm not doing it.
Right.
I'm not doing it because before I would carry it on my back. And it's like I had this huge book bag of bricks on me. Well, that's my family member. I only have one.
Nah, you gotta take those bricks out. Throw them out. I don't need that shit.
Speaking of that, I don't know if I told you after our the first session we had, between the first and second session, when I tell you my lower back has been feeling so much better.
Nice. Is it the ragdoll or was it the chants or the breathing? Which one?
I believe it's everything because I do the life work. You tell me, because I was tired of living how I was. I didn't realize how reckless. Look, I'm about to start cussing. I think I'm at you made my YouTube cuss limit at the max. Damn, I'm gonna spend all night trying to edit this. But I do the life work that you give me because I know I'm wanting better. Like I'm hungry for it. So I believe it's the chanting, is the journaling, is the ragdoll. I've been releasing a lot of trauma, and I swear my back is feeling better. And I know it's only going to get to the point where it's not going to hurt anymore. I'm that confident in it.
Right.
I'm investing myself. I'm in that total investment in myself.
And that's what I'm telling people even right now. Like people be thinking like when they have to pay something, like, nah, I ain't doing this. Like, yo, you invested in yourself, right? This is about you. And you'll feel a different, like the point of shadow work is to ascend to your higher self. That is the point of shadow work. We don't stay at our lower selves after we do the work. No. We have to progress, right? That's the point of this. So what I have saw in the past 2 years through the cosmos and meditation and all, I mean, I'm talking about dragons, talking about the what else I saw? I saw multi-dimensional out here around me. Multi-dimensional cube. The shit. I thought when this stuff started happening, I felt like I was being punked, like I was in a Truman Show. Because now my pineal gland is active. I let go, right? Rainbows are showing over me. No cloud, no rain. This is where I want my people to go.
Yes.
This is the point of this.
I appreciate you all for all this love. Let me keep up with it. So, oh man, they're dropping all these light bulbs. So let me go back a little further. Erica said abusers subconsciously know who they can abuse. They identify with your brokenness.
That's real shit. Woo, that's powerful. I like that.
Woo, Erica's no joke. I'm telling you, that she's amazing.
And because even right when it's about to be holiday time, you know, when it's time to go chill with the family and shit, you get that feeling from certain members you don't want to be around. You be like, oh damn, I gotta deal with her again. You start getting anxiety.
Yeah.
Why do you put yourself in that situation? Because you want to be around family, right? We all desire love, but you have to love yourself enough to cut people off. I mean, cut people off for your sake. Don't do it because a title. You think the title has more value than you.
Oh my God. Someone please drop a light bulb emoji for me. I can't do it during this live stream. Do it for me. Let me read another comment. Erica said, the free thinker is usually ostracized from the dysfunctional family because they won't conform.
Salute. Real shit. That's real shit. And that's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue for them, right? And they looking at me like my whole family looking at me like he's crazy, he's this. I made a song about it too, talking about it's called You Ain't Call, now available on all streaming platforms. But I'm talking about my ego. Sorry for the shameless book. But
hold on, we plugging. We are plugging. Yeah. We are plugging.
But that song is talking about how I see myself, right? Because we have, you know, in shows they do the angel and the devil. Right? Angel, devil. Lower self, higher self.
So for those listening on the audio podcast, Cody was pointing to his shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. There's the angel devil, and as well as the top of his head was the angel, and then he put his other hand to his pelvic
Root
region,
chakra. Yeah, root chakra.
the root chakra, as the devil.
Right? Because the devil is our thoughts. It's what we're thinking. It's what we're doing to ourselves. Notice the devil is red, right? Supposedly the chakra, root chakra is red, right? It's because the lower aspect of ourselves and our trauma is packed in that root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus chakra. Once we really balance those out, we become, and then we get to the heart chakra. We need to get that to light as a feather, meaning that we got to let go of our shit, get out of our ego, so we can ascend to Christ conscious.
Oh, let me read this. Patrice said, "This brother is dropping gems. Stay away from toxic family and friends. Period.
I don't give because there's a lot of gossip shit, a lot of fear shit, even with the government and all this shit. It's like, what is it doing for you? Just ask yourself, what is this doing for me? Because even for trauma, this is one of the things that we do with trauma. We oversex ourselves.
Yes.
We oversex ourselves, and going back to the root chakra, they go that red, as Brother Dr. Lean Bay say. He says the horny, right? Because the more that you indulge in sex, the lower you become, the more depressed you become. The more depressed, especially for men, because once we release that life force, we become, especially when they didn't have no intentions in it. They didn't put that power in that portal, right? That portal is powerful, coming from the melanated woman, right? That brings out life. And you over here just having sex frivolously and not even, like, unconsciously, not even understanding what you're doing, what people are doing to themselves. A lot of these babies are being made with no love.
Facts on facts on facts.
And then they come out like, hey, are you supposed to, can you love your son? I seen a question today on Facebook. Can you love your son and have hatred for your baby daddy? No, yeah, you can. You definitely can, right? But we continue in a cycle by doing this. We're continuing a cycle because any hatred is a low vibration. Any hatred coming from anyone. And it's a reflection of you and no one else.
My God.
Your hatred for yourself shows through your words, your actions. So if you see someone that's toxic, why would you want to engage with that? Because now you're exchanging energy, and guess what? Oop, they bad shit is on you. Now you don't even know why you got a funky mood.
Right.
Shit that you got to deal with on yourself, on your own issues, your own emotional system. Now you took on somebody else because they your cousin.
Speechless, but I get it. Erica, Dope Discussions with Erica podcast said, I used to worry that my family would say, I think I'm better than them. Now I don't care. And I read that and I hear she's light as a feather.
And you have to tell yourself that too, right? Having the heart light as a feather allows you to create more, to love more, to be more balanced.
I love that, the balance part.
See, a lot of times too, the creation, I'm going to tell y'all, this creating is so important to ascension. Create. See, they're telling us to create content so they could get paid. But creating for us, on a metaphysical level, it brings us to our higher selves. whatever it is, just keep creating. You'll feel better. Even through the root chakra will start feeling like, yeah, I let that go. I did some art today. You know what I mean? I recorded some music. I wrote some lyrics. Whatever you need to do to channel that, because we have lost our imagination due to this trauma.
I agree 1,000,000%. Someone just said that to me yesterday.
Wow.
I just watched this on Instagram, an Instagram Live. She said the same exact thing. And here you are, you're reiterating it. Before we go on, if you all are loving this content, this creative content that is so eloquently put together by myself with the help of Mr. Kode Knox, and you love to buy me a coffee to support this content, I'm going to drop the link in the comments right now. And, you can buy your girl a coffee.
There you go.
To support this creative content.
There you go.
And I also dropped that Cash App in the show description notes as well. And I am also going to drop Cody's link to his book in this show right now, as a matter of fact.
Boom.
Oh, I got one better for you. Hold on, brother.
Oh, this is the hard copy. Or the paperback. This book, let me explain this book, because this is aspects of my lower self. I'm talking about robberies, shootout, oversex, the stuff that I used to be into, the drugs, the trips that I've taken all over the world, and but coming to an understanding. This is the first installment. The second installment is talking about my higher self and what I've seen in the past year and a half is nothing but amazing. But this, I like to call the Reveal I Heal book. This is a memoir book, Complexion. I call it Complexion because, see, as a light-skinned brother, especially in the 80s, this is when Christopher Williams and shit, I'll be sure. You see how they did Christopher Williams in New Jack City? I never liked you anyway. See, that was foul. But it was a big thing even now, right? Light skin versus dark skin. But then, you get roasted right then and there. It isn't, I used to get made fun of. People be like, yo, you're not black enough, you're not Spanish enough. So it became complex. Like, people be like, you're not black. It's almost like I had to fight to be black. You know how many fights I got into because of this?
How did that affect you?
Huh?
How did that affect you?
It made me a bully. So by 14 years old, I'm going to this school called Dorchester High School. It's a wild ass school in Boston. This is drugs have infiltrated the neighborhood. So this is the crack era, or the end of the crack era. But that school, I went to that school. I lost my train of thought.
About being a bully?
Oh yeah. So I went to that school, but I got in so much shit. I was getting suspended so many times. And then I went to another school, which was called Fenway. And when I went to that school, I changed a lot. I became more of a leader, but I became a bully at the same time too.
So you were up in there like Debo?
For the 10th grade, because I went to Dorchester, because I was getting all type of shit again. But then by 10th grade, I was bullying. By 11th, I chilled out. By 12th grade, I was just on some real peaceful.
What made you chill out? What was your shift?
I see how many people like me. I'm charismatic. I'm a people person. I love to laugh. I joke and I rap. Rapping was always something that people be like, yo, spit. So, and play basketball. So all the Negro stuff, I still was very good at. So that made me people really started to change their perspective about me. So about 15, 16, 17-year-old, I'm a leader now. You know what I'm saying? I
Wow.
wasn't trying to be under gangs try to, and I talk about this, gangs try to recruit me, and I just wasn't with the shit. I was too much of a leader.
That's amazing. So we have a request from a viewer. So Blind Guy and his wife, she said that I got the affirmations workbook from your other guest. So yes, drop Cody's link, please, which I did. If you just scroll up, and I can do it again. I did drop it, but she wanted to know, do you autograph?
Of course, absolutely. So when you order, see, and this is another thing. See, I do this so much to think of, and I don't do this enough even on my post. But with this book, you get a stress ball, you get an autograph, and you get a bracelet. And that's what comes with this book. So it's not just the book that you receive. So yes, please purchase the book. And I'll definitely autograph and say some great words to inspire you, because this book is about inspiration and understanding our trauma, right? Like embracing the trauma. Now I can embrace it in a different level. Not being like, God damn, that's some fucked up shit. I can't believe this shit happened to me.
Because that sounds like going into hold on. I just dropped the link again. Okay, Blind Guy and his wife. I get that, because that will go back into having a victim mentality. Yes.
Right. And that's not what I did this for. It's so interesting. By the end of this book, and the process was so old, I wasn't rocking with my family. So even in the beginning of the book, it could sound like I'm mad. It's just I'm being direct. I'm like, right. I don't rock with y'all. It's over. You know, I wish you all well, much healing power, but I can't do this no more, because I can't get treated like I'm still 5 years old, or treated like I'm the same Kevin, Cody. If you're not going to embrace the new me, then I don't need to be around you as a new me.
I love that. Patrice Garner, she posted, being around toxic people, period, can make me mentally and physically ill.
I have a twin sister as well. I don't rock with her either. And it's
really,
yeah, it's that serious, because they're not embracing this. They're not, you know, and I was expecting people to be like, yo, I'm so happy for you, especially you used to drink a lot. You used to party a lot. You used to be a different person, a very tense person at that. You know what I mean? But I was holding on to all these emotions, even from them, because as much as I love my twin sister, her change isn't for the better, and she won't accept who I am in this enlightenment, in this new light. And that's the thing. Like, if people are still, this is the time to find yourself. This is why all this change is happening. We need to really see. Last year, we got the chance to really find out who we are and find out our trauma.
That's the truth. That is the truth right there.
They made you sit down. What did you do with this? A lot of people got more depressed, right? Because they're indulging in social media. They're fantasizing a life that they don't have. And we got to understand, perception is projection.
Explain that.
Perception, what you're thinking and feeling, you project it, right? Because that's your perspective of this world. Right? And what does that do for people? A lot of times people are projecting what they're feeling about themselves, because the perspective, they think what they're seeing, it's everything else but them.
Oh, that reminds me, is that related to the Johari window? Or
I never heard of it.
Yeah, well, it's really talks about what you're saying as far as they have these 4 blocks, and in one block it talks about how you see yourself, but people don't know about you, so it's what you project out to others. And then there's another block where it talks about how people see you, but we don't see it within ourselves. You just said that earlier. And then the other block, it'll talk, I think it's the hidden self, And that's what you don't want to show anyone. Oh, that goes back to the shadow work.
Right.
Ah!
Exactly. I didn't know that was called. That's interesting.
And then the blind self is when you do not, how does it go? The part of you that you don't know about yourself, and neither do other people. So it's just a blind spot.
Right. But it comes out through triggers.
Absolutely. Oh, what? This is the coolest name. What the funk is this?
I like that.
Isn't that dope?
Right.
He's a funny guy. I watch him on YouTube on these other channels, and he's a funny man. But he says 2020 was the time to cut off past toxic people. There you go.
Boom.
That was it.
It was that time to really figure out, because a lot of people got divorces, a lot of people broke up, a lot of things happened. Because it is that time. Picture it like this, right? As the earth being a being as well, a celestial being, right? It has to go through changes as well. It's going through a birth right now, a rebirth, a change. You see all this tsunamis, volcanoes, all this. Earthquakes. See, we are connected to that.
How?
Because we're going through change too, because we are nature. We are connected to nature. And this is karmic energy happening right now.
Explain.
The shit that this earth, the people, the elites have done to this earth and people to control them, control their minds. We are going through a dramatic change right now.
Wow.
Dramatic change within ourselves. Pick one.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Listeners, anyone who's on right now, I want you all to pick one. And let me make it a little bigger. You all pick one, and then you type it in the comment section, because Cody has an answer for it.
I'll try that.
So let's see. And while we wait on someone, I will pick one. But while we wait on someone else, I'm gonna. Oh, well, no, we kind of. Oh, resisting positive change. No. Let's back up. Craving for external validation.
Right. So just like how I was looking for family to embrace my my journey, my enlightenment, I got disappointed. But that's because I was having an expectation, right? Expectations lead to suffering. So having an expectation for family to respond to my journey and my enlightenment, I became disappointed.
Wow.
So that's what we look for all day long, subconsciously. We're looking for someone to say, yo, good job, or even like, this is a human thing too, right? Getting caught up in how much we do for people.
Yes.
And subconsciously, we want someone to say, good job. Or like, we're going to get a merit award for being such a great person.
Is that what that people pleasing looks like?
Yes. It's not going to happen. Sorry. You have to praise your goddamn self. Because trust me, I have gave clothes. I've done it all for people, man. I have done, I went to Honduras, gave up all my wardrobe. I mean, I've done, my ears ringing. The spirits in the room. I have done it all. And what did I get from it? What did I expect? Or even like, right, saving babies for 20 years.
Right.
Okay, I'm alive, but is it necessarily from giving my good to people, or being good to people, or being kind, or being nice? Right? What does this actually mean to be in a moral standpoint and then try to get validation for your morals. The integrity is about you. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about you? How do you celebrate yourself? Because that's the true gratification. Those that are single, one thing that I did, I've had problems with women because of.
In what kind of way? Can you give an example or what it looked like?
I have attracted, and we all do, parts of our parents.
Oh my God. Trigger. God damn.
And they are here to teach you a lesson, because our relationships are supposed to show us about us, ourselves. Who are we? These relationships are here to teach us a lesson. So when people walk around like, oh, there's no good man, or fuck him, or fuck men, and all that, yep, and that's what you're attracting. Because that's why people keep attracting the same people, because they haven't got rid of the trauma, the baggage of the last person who did some foul shit, or the person who did some foul shit 10 years ago. You still haven't got over it.
Exactly.
But you act like you do, and some of him is still inside of you.
Well, you know, the key word, what you said, is you act like you do.
Right.
That is a good act. Take it from Emmy award-winning actress right here.
Right.
Because that was my mantra back in the day. Oh, one is gone. Okay, next. That's just what it was. And it was like a trash compactor. And I'm just pushing it all the way down. But little did I know, all these emotionally unavailable men that I dated was my father.
Exactly. Or, I mean, oh my God, that's what happens, right? So how are we not going to clear those paths of where pops was, moms was, so we can really get the significant other that we're looking for? We have to clear that. We have to get rid of those old energies. And again, through sex, right? When a man is coming inside, nutting inside, guess what? He is leaving that insecurity.
Kevin, don't get me strike from YouTube.
They're gonna say something?
I'm trying to get monetized. Okay. I don't need a strike.
Oh, my bad. my bad. So
we get it.
Ejaculating inside of you, where does that go, right? If you're not doing the steams and stuff like that and the work to get some of that out of you, guess what? Those bodies are still inside of you, unfortunately. This is why when women say they can be promiscuous, understand that this is a spiritual thing. You taking on that man's emotions, you taking on that man's issues. You may not think so because shit be all cool on the surface, but on another level, on a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, you're hurting yourself.
Do you know what? You just reminded me of this meme I saw on social media a while ago, a few years ago. And it was a picture of a man and a woman, and they were in a loving embrace. And he was hugging her, she was hugging him, and her arms were behind him. One arm was on his back, and the other arm was reaching out to a skeleton that looked like a devil with this huge.
I think I've seen that.
You see? And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Trigger.
I remember this one time before I came out here, this chick told me, she was like, yo, my aunt put a hex on me.
Oh,
Haitian chick. And I was like, bird. And I went like this to her. And it felt like she was dead.
What?
And when I try to like connect an energy, I was like, oh shit. Yeah, I can't fuck with you no more. Because she's packing a demon inside of her.
Wow.
We gotta be careful who we messing with sexually out here. Or even again, conversation, because there's energy vampires out there. When we open our mouth, our power is out, right? This is it right here. So that exchange, we gotta be around like-minded people.
Absolutely.
For our sake, for your sake.
So we're gonna close it up a little. I could talk to you forever. What about codependency in relationships?
What is codependency to you when you think of codependency?
How you're always relying on the other person. This is from what I
No,
grew
you're
up
right. Right.
experiencing, what I saw. You always depending on the other person. You're not thinking about yourself, and you're truly dependent on them
What
as
is
your
that?
lifeline, your bloodline. Yeah.
Who's that sound like, right? We ask mommy, even though she may be toxic. Mom's, I love mommy. I love mommy. But then mommy's toxic, but we still need her for what? Sister, brother, cousin. We can know that someone is, and we're trying to subconsciously save them. We think that even us being around them is making things better, but it's actually making us worse.
Mm.
So depend on yourself first, right? Because subconsciously you like abuse. You like to feel bad. You want some. It's like because that's what you're used to, and that's why you don't want to cut the ties because
You know,
you're
it's
gonna miss out.
comfortable because it's uncomfortably comfortable,
Yes,
whether you know it or not. It's like
right,
that old dirty busted holy sneakers. You need some. Your arches have fallen on your feet, but you still gonna wear those same shoes. It's
right,
comfortable.
right.
I've experienced that. Yeah.
Me too.
Ugh.
It's terrible because it doesn't do anything for us, but again makes us our lower selves.
Lauren, she said addicted to chaos.
Is that the Wiz? That might be the Wiz. That's my wifey.
Hi, Lauren.
I might be wrong.
Oh Lord,
I think so. I think so. But yeah,
Nope.
so yeah, I mean,
She's right. Addicted to chaos, though. I
yeah.
agree.
We've done it before. I mean, I used to like that shit too.
Wait, excuse me. Lauren, she said, hi, friend. Lauren, I'm gonna need you to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now, please, ma'am. Thank you. I see a lot of new listeners, and YouTube Adangabe. I can't pronounce that correctly. Yes. I appreciate your comment. You too. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And so Blind Guy and his wife said some people just want to win first place, and they can do that. Ooh, in the victim Olympics.
Dope in the Victim Olympics. That's bars, man. You mind if I borrow that, brother?
I know. I'm gonna borrow that too. Those are bars.
Those are bars, man. Nice.
That was dope right there.
That's dope.
Can we choose one more?
Please.
Hey, all right. Let's see. How about difficult difficulty standing up for yourself?
Again, this goes back to like mom, right? We don't want to, because mom is the top. She's the one that we afraid to lose the most, besides our children. You know what I mean? But mom is really the one. She's the foundation. So I know I had a hard time standing up. Even though I used to be a smartass at the end, like by 18, 19, I kind of was getting smart with my mom because she was getting on my nerves. Even though
Wait. Were you kind of scared the first time? Like, did you test it? Did you put your toe in the water?
I think I started getting a smartass since like 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, but shit, my mom hit me when I was 16, 17, 27, 30, 38, 39. My mother is just violent. she's very masculine. She's big too, so it's not like mom's is on here like. It's not
Mom
like
isn't
she out here on some
playing.
little woman shit. She's like, like she's strong, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't appreciate my masculinity, right? Because she's masculine and my mom, I feel like she forgot her nurturing because I remember she used to tell me all the time, like, hey, give a kiss and hug before you goodbye. I see my mother once every 6, 7 months and she barely want to give a kiss. So that's a reflection of her. You know what I mean?
Wow.
She lost love. She never really gained it because she was such an alcoholic. And she has an interesting story that I told on this book too, because that's why I became more understanding, but not understanding enough to compromise myself. That's the difference.
Wow.
I can forgive her, but not enough to compromise me.
I'm at that crossroads now.
Because what are you losing exactly, right? Because you can go back to those memories, and that's what I do, right? Even with my sister, my brother, everyone. I'll be like, yo, we had some beautiful ass memories. Yo. Let me leave it at that. Because if I deal with them, I'm just thinking about the bad for the most part. Like, God damn, this motherfucker is just narcissistic, egotistical. They just don't want to learn. They don't want to change. So energy is constantly changing. And if we're energies personified and we're not changing, then what the fuck are we doing?
Whew.
We must change. And again, energy doesn't die. It transitions, right? Which was what we're going to do after this body. We don't die. Okay, so anyone who has fear of death, understand this is a small portion of your life. Healing yourself is so important. I do this work from my heart. One thing that I lost in the past 3-4 months is that I love to give positive energy, help people heal. But I was thinking so much of the business aspect. I became egoic. I became egotistic. I became in my ego because yo, business. I'm like, shit. I wish it was just as simple as just meeting, but there's so much shit to it. And I got to do my research. I got to do my own work as well.
Right.
But now that I'm coming back into myself, into like, all right, business is there now. I'm so invested in this and really see people ascending like yourself, having these revelations because you want to find out what is wrong so you can get past it.
You know what? I agree. I want to get past it, but more importantly, I do not want to repeat it.
Won't.
I cannot, because now I know better. And but I don't want to repeat it because it served me no purpose. It no longer serves me, but
you got it though. You got the thing about you, you're one of my favorites because
thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you gotta be into this shit. Like there's people that come all excited and when they figure out that they really gotta do this work, they think they're safe. When we unpacking these layers, you can have fun with this shit. You can cry. We can feel there's 4 major emotions that we go through: mad, glad, sad, fearful.
How many have you seen when you had sessions with me?
I see all of them, and that's fine, right? Not fear, though. And that's what's dope, because you're not even fearing finding out more about yourself. And that's the point.
I am not scared because I am hungry to learn more. Not just this, like this. That's what I want. And that's what I am doing. And it is fun and it is scary.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It is, but it's empowering because it's like I'm writing my own story now. But the story was already there. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm knowing now.
Right? But now we are reestablishing that know. And in this retrograde, Mercury retrograde right now, it ends October 18th. And then supposedly, if chaos hasn't happened by then in this society, make sure you go within yourself. Because you can see chaos out this shit, right? But when you go like this, and you tap into yourself, the images I see, the connections I see, the connections you will see, you can get your answers right then and there. The answers are within you. And it's always been inside of you. We're just now tapping into it, and we are unpacking us being in a dormant dream state. It's over now. And this is why the elite are scrambling, because our conscious is changing. That means it's affecting a lot of shit. And because people are quitting doing all these things, we are rising to our true power. And I want to help people get there. And that's what I'm doing, actually. I'm getting people there one by one, because ultimately I am guiding you and educating you, but you are saving yourself first and foremost.
Exactly. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. I am going to drop, if anyone is interested in Kode becoming their coach with shadow work, is what I'm doing now. I'm enjoying it. I have my new journal.
Nice.
So whenever we have our sessions, I'm like, hold on, what does that mean? I'm writing it down. But let me drop that link right now. Contact him. There we go. I just dropped his link tree, so you can see all of his contact information, the links to his book, his website, his music. But just try it. I mean, what's the harm in trying to pull back some layers of your own self?
Absolutely.
And your blind self, the blind spot.
The blind, yeah. Because for real, it's really, there's no feeling like it when you're free. And even though I'm in search of freedom every day, from the ego, from society sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes it made me into a hermit. It's like I almost had to see how to live amongst other people again, because I've been so much in tune with what's going on within me. But if it's love inside of me, it's love everywhere. I want to see love, right? I want to be able to see love, and it's my perspective. People see my power when I walk in the room, and I'm not at my lower self or ego.
Wow.
And they can see it in you, because we have the power. We are special. We are extraordinary people. There's no one like us. You have to trust that within yourself. And it won't be a we thing for now. Make it about you so you can ascend to your higher self. It's not easy. It's a challenge. It's struggles. It's crying. It's fighting. It's all type of shit. But don't only expect, and those, I didn't finish that about, date yourself first. Date you. How are you feeling with dating yourself? Because I had to do that in order to tap into myself. Because
repeat it to the people in the back.
You must date yourself, because how are you going to treat yourself? When people see that you treat yourself with respect and love, that's why people see power.
That's right. I'm excited to start again.
Yes.
Because I can truly say I am the person I want to date. I am. I really am. I'm going to read a comment from Lauren. She said, an intuitive sister told me that depression stems from the lack of expression. Some of us have been conditioned to repress our true selves out of fear of rejection and not being liked or accepted.
Yes, indeed. Love.
Girl, Lauren is my new BFF. Yes.
Doesn't that sound like social media?
All day long.
You get rejected all day long on social media, and we don't understand what is that doing to ourselves. We don't accept ourselves. That's why these women are getting botched surgeries and all this stuff, because they don't accept themselves, but they want everyone else to accept them. Which doesn't make sense. I said this in Instagram. Matter of fact, I said, Instagram, you could be who you want to be, where they tell you who you are and who you ought to be. I'm only here for the photos and jokes. Share the glory, watch my story, but won't like my posts. And all this time, I thought you wasn't watching me. Timelines of prime time, they clocking me. I see her and I see him. I might as well shoot my shot in her DM. It's common sense, no mercy. Chivalry's dead because the word thirsty. Can't even give a compliment. There's a lot of pain behind those selfies. You got a nice outfit, don't mean that you healthy. Inside scream, please, Lord, help me. It is what it is. I'm under the bridge trolling. Positive quotes, keep scrolling. Stalkers, keep patrolling. And Nick Matrix, keep controlling. I mean, can we put the phone down while we local? Social media makes us antisocial. Yes.
Bars! Bars!
Yes.
That sounds like the fixed tape to me.
Yeah, the fixed tape, which is actually doing very well. We're almost at 1 million streams.
Talk about it. Tell the other people about it.
Yeah, so on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere, I have a fixed tape, not the mixtape. I say fixed tape because I'm fixing myself. Higher self versus lower self. The fixed tape available on Apple Music everywhere. And that album, or the fixed tape, because it's other people's beats. But I dropped 2 singles recently, and those are original beats. But that fixed tape is really talking about my struggles, and then going to my higher self.
May I ask a request? Have a request? Can you talk about your first struggle? I listened to one of your songs on how the first struggle you had coming into this world.
Oh yeah, that was a song where I said
it was the baby.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell people about that? How you
this umbilical cord from around my throat. My feet came out first so I could run from the smoke. I said that because when I was born with a twin sister.
Who's older?
She is 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
So you were just marinating for 10 minutes. Yeah. How am I going to do this?
Struggling in there. But she came out and they thought my mom was taking a dump. My mother thought she was taking a dump, and they almost dropped my sister. So my mother always equated her nervousness. My sister is very scary and shaky and shit. She's fucking scared of everything. So, but then I came out, umbilical cord wrapped around my neck, feet first. And then I was in the incubator, 2-3 months?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So what did they do to me? Right. I always thought that something happened to me during that time, because I always say, like, in the song and the book, that I wasn't supposed to come back. You know, I was supposed to come back here, which is why I had so much complications being born. And then even like 2 years later, I had appendix. My brother told me this story that he gave me a lollipop, and then we went to the movie theater, and I got sick, and he was like, "Oh shit, I killed my brother because of the damn lollipop." But it was my appendix, and that shit, like, I almost died there too. You know, many times I've almost died. Why am I here? It's not my time. It's divine that I'm here for a reason. I'm in my path. This is why I see synchronicity. This is why it looks like Alice in Wonderland out this bitch. It's because the butterflies and everything is because I'm at peace. The heart is light as a feather. I would like to get you to that point.
Oh my God. You know, I told you this before. Is this a common thing from people who you've coached, or you've just listened to their stories, how they always had near-death experience, and we're here? So for those, most people don't know, but I told Cody this. Throughout my lifetime, there were 3 instances where I should not have been here. I could have been unalived.
Right. Well, you're
Again,
supposed to be here, right? Which is
I am.
and there's other spirits working around us, right? The spirit never dies. The physical dies, right? The ancestors are with us,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're not. There's a reason why we didn't die. You know,
Three times.
I
It
probably got
blows
like
my mind.
7. I probably got like 7, 8 times I almost died.
Oh my God. Look.
Shootouts.
Me too.
Yeah, shootouts and like car accidents and shit like that. A few car accidents. I thought like it should have been over. And one of them I was on ecstasy. My eyes were going like this and shit. And like the Tahoe almost flipped over. We're going to LA in the Tahoe. I just took ecstasy and I'd never taken it before. Why would I take ecstasy in a car? Why?
Oh my God.
We talked about early 2000s and stuff like that. This is, very young age, but it was me again, not loving myself. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I want to get people to love themselves. And that's why I tell these stories in this book. Please go cop the music. I got more coming up. I'm dropping a single actually on Wifey's birthday, Friday or Saturday.
It's her birthday.
It's Friday.
Happy early birthday, Wifey.
Yes. Happy birthday, loved one.
You're getting some googly eyes from Snuggles when we're talking about our near. And then I've seen this Snuggles before in these YouTube streets. And
he said,
and Blind Guy and his wife said, wow, that childbirth experience was traumatic for your mom, your sister, and yourself, plus your brother giving you lollipops.
Yo, I'm telling you, everything that happened, good, bad, or indifferent, I am grateful. For real, for real, for real. It takes time to get to this place. People will talk about this stuff and be like, yo, like I still got some shit with moms. I hate moms. I hate my sister. All the shit they've done. And this person did that. This is the work that I've done. Literally, I put a lot of work. I mean, nonstop. You got to dive deep. And as an alpha, I'm telling you, I cried my ass off. I'll say that comfortably.
Speak.
You got to feel that uncomfortable. But I wasn't uncomfortable. I've never been uncomfortable with crime. Because I know thyself. This is about knowing thyself. So how you look at me, right? If you judge me, you're really looking at yourself a certain way. It's not me. Because I'm the truth. I'm the truth seeker. I'm the 7 life path, infinite 9 ether being. I'm beyond this physical. Sorry if I got a little too physical.
Snuggles, here we go. What's the meaning of alpha?
Leader. Very simple.
All right. Question answered. What can someone do right now? They're listening to you and listening to our banter. They too are feeling enlightened. They've wanting to post these light bulb emojis, but they're a little apprehensive, but they're hungry. What is one thing that they can do right now to get on that path of enlightenment and cultivate their self-mastery?
2 things. You need to be aware of your body.
Meaning
that breath is spirit. So breathing allows you to be aware of your thoughts and your whole existence. So deep breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, or just the nose, or just the mouth. We're literally letting those toxic energies out of ourselves. You'll start feeling lightheaded. You'll start feeling like, oh damn, keep going. Another thing is being aware of the face, right? We don't get it, the ladies always prettying up their face, but us, we're not really touching the face, the cheekbones. You see this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles. Circle around, get aware of the body. Inhale, exhale, go to the ears, rub the ears, get aware of yourself. You got to know what you like. We always worrying how dope we look, but we ain't even touching our bodies. When's the last time you touched your ankle, the back of your knees? Huh? We have to get in touch with our bodies, right? And then that makes us aware of ourselves, the spirit and the mind.
What can they do emotionally?
Emotionally, I would mind dump. You should be journaling every single day.
Cody, do you know I started a 14-day journaling challenge?
Nice.
I saw it on Facebook with this sister who's going to be on my show. I just met her the other day and just instantly connected. But I journal, but I do not do it consistently. But she's challenging everyone 14 days
I like that.
straight. And I agree that mind dump, that's something else.
Yeah. Mind dumping is like you just let everything go. Just write. Don't stop. Because a lot of times too, the resistance happens when we're like, yo, I don't know what to write. But wait, you got a million complaints going on.
Mm-hmm.
Write that shit down, right? We got to understand that negativity isn't bad. Cool.
Okay, I was gonna wrap it up, but I promise you, the past 3 minutes, there's been an influx of questions like back to back to back. Would you like to answer them?
Yeah, I see it now. Do you all describe to Dr. Sebi?
Oh, you do see it. Okay.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi I mean, I don't subscribe to him, but I've been knowing about Dr. Sebi before people been talking about him, man. I've been talking about Dr. Sebi for 10, 12 years. It's been a long time. Do you believe in self-manifestation? Absolutely.
Well, wait, Snuggles thank you, Snuggles, for all your questions. He, she, I think it's a he, can broke people meditate?
Is that a serious question?
I don't know.
Meditation is being mindful of your thoughts. It don't cost you nothing. Now, if you're talking about broke as far as financially, yeah, it don't cost you anything. Well, you're talking about broken inside, you definitely want to meditate.
Absolutely.
No one's broken. You know why they say you're broke when you don't have money? It's because you broke from the attachment of money.
Oh, shit.
But you're not broken inside, right? Yeah.
Oh, my God. Patrice, thank you for your question. She said, do you believe in self-manifestation? I do.
In the sense of whatever, like manifesting what we want in our desires, or what do you mean?
Patrice, can you go a little deeper into that? And while we wait on her answer, Snuggles asked, what do you need to meditate?
Yourself.
Next question.
Real simple. Meditation, if you think you're doing it wrong, you're not. Your meditation, if I turn this thing off and just sit right here, I'm meditating. Right? I go deeper and say, close the eyes, get into your breathing, calm the mind, sit straight up, want to have your feet grounded. But I mean, even when you're sleeping, you could be meditating on thoughts or having your eyes closed. The point is to be mindful of your thoughts.
Absolutely. And may I add, meditation isn't always, I meditate while I am on my balcony garden and I'm touching and I'm watering. I mean, I'm gonna have to post that on my social media. Huge, big ferns. But I'm mindful. I'm into the plants. That's what I'm doing. And as I'm doing my gardening, I'm also looking out. I have a bunch of trees where I live. So I'm just surrounded by all this green lushness. when I used to run. That
Nice.
was a nice meditation run. So I was
Absolutely.
concentrating on my body. I can hear my breathing and feel it. It's like Cody said, being in the moment.
Right. That runner's high, there's nothing like that. Like that's one of the that runner's high, it becomes addictive. I used to jog too. It becomes addictive. And it's that helped with my journey as well, letting go through running and jogging and stuff like that. But meditate in nature, being in nature in general, is a form of meditation as well. So you being in nature, putting your bare feet in the grass. It is scientifically proven to take negative frequencies out of your body, and including this tuning fork.
I have one.
Yes.
Did I send you that picture?
Yeah, you did. I mean, using this regularly, we're healing ourselves. All right?
I put mine's right here.
Yep, I do that. Or the heart. You know what I mean? Make sure that heart is light as a feather. Yes. So, yes, with all your heart desires, absolutely, you can manifest that. Absolutely. I believe in manifestation. Absolutely.
I do too.
I mean, even my moves, right? Like, I kept talking about, I moved back to Boston in 05. I wanted to leave in 06. I've been talking about leaving Boston for 15 years.
Really?
Yes. And I just said, I have to leave. I don't care. I brought my son with me, but if he didn't come or not, I didn't care who came with me. I was going to go regardless. And here's a suggestion. Please leave your hometown. Don't stay in your hometown. It's hard to grow.
Get out that zip code.
Get out that zip. Because look at me. I grew up in I was still living in my hood, but across the tracks from my hood. So I can see the hood where I used to sell drugs across the tracks. And then across the tracks where they redline in Boston, there's a train tracks. And then on the next side is a cemetery. This is where I lived. And then the projects was next to the cemetery. When I say like I was done seeing that shit, and then I was around people that wasn't growing, wasn't down to change, I was like, I am out of here. I was down to walk to Atlanta.
I know that's right.
For real. Oh, this person is trolling. This looks
like because you saw that last question. So.
Yeah. You're trolling.
Exactly. So let's do
get him out of here.
Here we go. He said bye. Matter of fact, how do I get this off? Okay, well. So I'm gonna tell you a quick story. This will be very brief. And I'm gonna tell you two. Now that we really in this groove, to piggyback on Patrice's question about the self-manifestation. When I first decided, you know what, Ursula, you're living reckless. You think you're reckless. You're doing a lot of reckless stuff. You're dating reckless, everything. And I said, you know what? I am going to do better. Not I want to. I am going to do better. And I let go some things that did not serve me. And when I say everything lined up, even to this moment that we're talking, one, I found a therapist. When I say it fits like this, that's where it started. Then I end up getting a life coach. It fit like this. And when I say boom, 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 right behind each other, it just happened. And this is in the span of 4 years now. Okay. And then I became close with someone we both know, Gigi. On another level, I connected with this sister. She told me about you. Gigi was the first interview I had on YouTube, and you were my most current one.
That's dope. Wow.
I swear to you. And then I found you through Gigi's. So now I have a shadow work coach.
Nice. That's dope.
Every year, it's just the unlayering and the peeling back. I love it. I love it.
Me too. I love this work, and thank you for having me on your platform and being able to share my story and share my services and share my products, because we don't have enough of this. Also, if anyone wanna, there's some serious times that might be coming up. You know what I mean? And if anyone wants to, I've been thinking of a safe space group that we can talk and kind of build, and just in case some of this shit go out, I would like to, start a group. So Zen Up Wellness Service at Gmail or info at IamKodeKnox.com. So Zen Up Wellness, exactly how it sounds.
Let me type it up. I'll put it in the show notes. Zen Up Wellness
Service at Gmail. So it should only be 3 S's in the middle, and then that's it.
Zen Up Wellness Service at gmail.com.
Yep, that's it.
And right now, for those who are watching, in case you didn't catch it, take a screenshot of this right now. And that way you can get Cody's email address. And I also dropped his link in the show notes. I'm looking forward towards my next session with you, which will be this week.
All right.
Heck yeah, I got a lot to catch you up on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's do it. And much love to everyone. Thank you for taking the time to watch this and listen to us. Be honest and candid, because there ain't nothing to hide. Right? Yeah. There's nothing to hide. Don't be ashamed of your story. Love your story. Embrace your story, because it's about you. And the more people see that you embrace your story, the more they'll be in tune.
Absolutely. You read that?
Hilarious. That was funny. Yo, that was funny. All right, Ursula. So yeah, y'all check me out. Peace, love. Check me out at IamKodeKnox.com. Play the music. Check out the book Complexion Confessions. Thank you, Ursula, for having me. Black girls getting their shift together. I am all supportive of that. The Black woman is God. Peace, love, prosperity.
Thank you. You all, thank you so much for tuning in. And I have a bonus. Let me post this. So if you all have heard me say Erica, Dope Discussions with Erica, or Tashura Talks. So Erica is the host of Dope Discussions with Erica, and Tashura, she's the host of Tashura Talks. I am Ursula, host of Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. We are going to come together on Saturday, and we're going to be talking dope shift.
Nice.
All right.
Ladies, if they're watching too, hey, you guys can have me on your show. I'm always
what?
Shows.
I would love to.
Yeah, we could talk about it all. I'm with y'all. I'm supporting y'all. I'm representing y'all. Let's do it.
Let's do it. So you all, we're doing this on Instagram. It's this Saturday, October 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram. Take a screenshot of this picture right now. That's our flyer. I will post it on all my social media. We're talking dope shift after dark with myself, Tashura Lamar, who's the host of Tashura Talks, and Erica Warren, the hostess of Dope Discussions with Erica podcast. I hope you got that screenshot. Cody, thank you so much. I would love for you to come back again after my next session.
For sure.
I'll be selfish. Stay on. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for this amazing talk. I learned a lot, and I pray that you all did as well. Journey well.
For the queens, sisters manifesting their dreams. Get your cream by any means and beam with self-esteem. Beauty supreme and voodoo walk so mean. The way you fit in them jeans, you eat your cornbread and greens. Dance or a doctor, red wine or vodka. Redesign your spot and redefine your mantra. Retwist your locks and realign your chakras. Doing your squats and getting closer to God, huh? Brunching with your squad or taking a girl's trip. Adjust your crown, you God's gift to the world, sis. Celestial body, drink your water. Meditate, sun kiss God is heavenly order. Levitate, tribe of Ashanti. Black girl magic, melanin popping. Whether you ratchet or lavish, whether you bougie or savage, you a gift and a treasure. You got to love a black girl getting a shift together. Black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, man. These black girls are getting a shift together. These black girls getting a shift together, dog.